Hey guys, what's going on? Oh, had the pause menu open. Anyway, hey guys, what's going on? I'm the Nuffer Dog, and here we are in GERUDO Desert, where we're finally going to go into this cave that I've been hyping up for so long. Before you go in here, this is kind of a big commitment. This can take a very long time. Before you go in here, you want to be sure you have lots of healing items, have some bombs, might as well, plenty of arrows. Ball and chain's more useful weapon than, This is a very combat-focused place that we're going into. Magic armor is a good thing to have. You don't necessarily need rupees going in, since the tougher battles aren't till further in, by which time you'll probably have some rupees. This is the Cave of Ordeals. Your power is a gift given only to those who, with confidence, to wield it. Stuttered there. This is a 50-floor test of endurance, where blue bokoblins drop blue rupees, apparently. This is a 50-floor test of endurance, where on each floor you will have to fight enemies. And you just go further and further down, and you get some respite on every 10th floor, and there are some nice rewards, which I'll show off later. But the enemies do get tougher the further you go down. Here, there's just regular geese and rats. Not much of a challenge, but we'll be encountering much more variety of enemies later. Sort of like Zelda versions of, like, the Pit of 100 Trials in Paper Mario, or that type of thing. Ah, here, the door's opening. Actually, I don't know what the first Paper Mario... I haven't played the Paper Mario games, sadly. I don't know what the first one to have a Pit of 100 Trials was. Might have been Thousand Year Door, and I'm not sure which came first, Wind Waker or Thousand Year Door. But Wind Waker also had a Pit of 100... or, a Cave of Ordeals, rather. And it's about the same general deal in this game as it was in Wind Waker. Just slightly different enemies, because it's a different game. So, I'm not sure how much of this I'll really be commentating on. I mean, I might kind of talk over it, but I'm not sure how much you'll really be able to hear me talking, because I might do kind of a sped-up montage thing with music that I may or may not own the rights to. I have no idea what kind of music I would use. Video game music of some sort. But I'll probably just speed through a lot of this, just because this is long, and it might get kind of tedious just watching me go through the entire thing. I'm not sure what I'll do. It really all depends on how long this ends up taking, what the footage ends up looking like. Probably I will speed this up. Maybe some of the more interesting tough battles later on I'll show. And the rooms, like every 10 floors, where you get some respite and get a reward, I'll show. Also, another thing you might notice, here there's torch slugs in the ceiling. You want to hit them with something ranged to get them off. Actually, it looks like the claw shot actually kills them. Oh, wow. Expected some of those to be out of range, but no. Some of these rooms are dark, that's worth noting. You might be thinking it's not a good idea to come in here without rupees because of magic armor, but you see... Oh, I see, they block you from finishing flow with that. But you see, these enemies often drop lots of rupees, and so it's, by the time... Oh, right, that's something worth noting. I think there's something special about the drops here. I think enemies only drop rupees here. I don't think they ever drop hearts or arrows or... Well, nothing drops bombs in this game. So you do want to try to conserve your arrows and not lose too much health, because you'll be relying on healing items and the healing that you can get in the rooms every 10th floor. So losing health can be a bit of a risk on if you lose it sort of like early in every set of 10 floors, I guess. I don't know. Well, I didn't hit this guy, but I hit the keys. And the enemies... Well, they did this more in Wind Waker than they do in this game. But, at least in that game, still to some extent, the enemies sort of have a theme. They definitely have a theme on each individual floor. They, maybe not so much on each set of 10 floors. See, this place doesn't have its own dungeon map, because, I mean, it's not a full-on dungeon. And that'd be a lot of floors. There's 50 floors in this place, people. So yeah, I'll probably stop talking, speed this up. I've talked too long anyway. Yeah, you get enough rupees going through here, getting rupees off these enemies, that you don't really need to bring many, because the tougher battles where you might need the magic armor, it's not till later. And we won't be seeing any new enemies in here, except later when we will be encountering a lot of dark nuts later, so there might be slightly new types in terms of, like, the exact types of weapons or shields they have, but they all behave basically the same. Okay, I'll stop talking. Oh yeah, another thing I should mention is that every 10th floor to progress, you need a specific item, like, we're on the 10th floor. So this is actually a Great Fairies Spring. These were in the previous games, but we haven't seen any before in this game. And those are some pretty ridiculous looking wings. Is she? Okay, whatever. Welcome, hero, to the Cave of Ordeals. I am the Great Fairy. I reign over all fairies of this realm as their queen. In praise of your efforts thus far, I will release fairies to Orden Spring. From this point on, you will have need of the ancient power that allows one to walk along a cliff without a single foothold. If you want to give up the fight for now and go re-equip yourself, I can return you to the surface. You need merely speak to me. Yes. You will get healed by standing in the spring, maybe? I think? No, it doesn't look like it. But if you need to go to the surface, she will warp you out. And so for each Great Fairy you find, there will be one on every 10th floor, she will release fairies to a different one of these springs, but you'll also need a new item, in this case the spinner, to progress. And you need this. Wow, those rats are really kind of creepy. I'm gonna claw shot away so that I can drop down somewhere else. Yeah, you need the spinner, and then the ball and chain, then the, what do you need? I don't know. At some point you also need the double claw shots. Oh yeah, and the Dominion Rod. You need the Dominion Rod. So you can't complete this dungeon. You can do parts of it early if you want, but you can't complete this dungeon until after you've beaten City in the Sky. And you want to have lots of hearts and good items and stuff to get through here, so that's why I waited till the end of the game. But okay, I'm gonna stop talking now, and the rest of this will just be sped up montage. Also worth noting here, I think it's kind of cool that you get to see some enemies here that you don't normally see a whole lot of, like these skeletal dogs, and there are ghost rats later on. But it's worth noting that there are pose in here. If you are going for 100% of the pose, you need to complete the Cave of Ordeals, because there are 3 pose in it, and some of them are on pretty late floors. Usually a good idea to take out all the other enemies in the room before you defeat a Poe. Just because you can be kind of vulnerable while you're ripping off its soul, ripping off its soul. Okay. suited up for us. Not sure what that means. And she indeed is not wearing anything on her top. I'm impressed that you made it this far, hero. In praise of your efforts thus far, I will release fairies into Farron Spring. You will have need of the power that allows one to break through massive frozen blocks of ice. And she can warp you out, as usual. All of them can. And so we need the ball and chain to progress. And now we have fairies in 2 of the springs. So we have like an infinite supply of fairies from now on. We just go to one of the springs. This is a fun weapon. I'm impressed that you made it this far, hero. That's what the last one said. In praise of your efforts thus far, I will release fairies to Elden Spring. From this point on, you will have need of the power that allows one to become master of lifeless statues. That's the Dominion Rod. And she can warp you back out, as always. So this means we're on floor 30, right? I think so. That's pretty cool. Oh, this room has claw shot panels on the ceilings. Oh, there's Beamus. Nehru Spring now has fairies. Now all of the springs have fairies in them. And we need the claw shot, the double claw shots, to progress. But yeah, all the springs now have... We basically have an infinite supply of fairies in any spring. So, which makes us pretty much set for healing items for the rest of the game, coupled with the fact that we still have fairies tiers. Wow, that's a lot of Armos. But what reward could we get at the end? Oh, didn't mean to jump sideways. What reward could we get at the end to top that infinite supply of fairies? Well, nothing really, but still something pretty good. Actually, I believe Giovanni hinted at it. 2 dark nuts. One's red, one's blue. That's interesting. What is this, medieval Contra? Oh, there's a third that was standing under our start platform. Interesting. By the way, I don't like you guys. Talking to the dark nuts, not my viewers. I like my viewers. Anyone who's willing to watch my videos, that's a good thing. Because no one watches my videos. Oh, bombs are surprisingly effective on these guys, aren't they? I tend to get hurt a lot placing them, but they do a heck of a lot of damage. And if I throw them instead... Wow! Wait, the music did something as if a battle stopped. Funny. Yeah, it seems like some of these they can block their shields somehow, though. Yeah, and some of them they just avoid. Hard to fight multiple of these guys at once, and one fast one combined with 2 slow ones could be disastrous. I need to use fairies. Actually, you know what? Magic armor. So this is draining my rupees slowly, and then each time I get hit, I'll lose more rupees. But I'm invincible until I run out of rupees. Good way to use all the money that you get in here, since there's not really too much else to use it on at this point in the game. Okay, got 2 fast ones now. This is dangerous. I may need to use the Fairy's Tears after all. See, you get Fairy's Tears at the end of this cave. After, from the last Great Fairy, you get some more Fairy's Tears, I think. And the ability to refill them at Spirit Spring. But I'm pretty sure you can only have 1 bottle at a time of it. So I was hoping I could get through the whole game without using the one from Giovanni, and thus do like the only thing you can possibly do to have 2 bottles of Fairy's Tears at once. But I don't know that that's gonna happen. Give me your extra, like, half-second of invincibility. It's not working too well. Come on, come on. Ah, no. Ah! Oh, no, you attack me from behind. Ah. Aha! Finally, they're both fast, and I'm about to run out of rupees, so I gotta use this stuff. No getting around it. Now I'll have an attack power boost, which is pretty awesome. I glow orangey. Unfortunately, despite its awesome looks, I have to take off the magic armor. Oh wait, does the attack power boost only last until you got hit? Because I stopped glowing orange, and now there's nothing to indicate that I have that boost still. It might only last until you get hit, which makes it pretty worthless in a situation like this. So now I have nothing to fall back on. I have no healing items, no rupees to use the magic armor with. If anything bad happens, I'm kind of screwed. Aha! Got rid of that one. Now finishing off this guy shouldn't be too much trouble. Ha! Very good. And now I have a few rupees, so I can give myself a brief moment of invincibility with magic armor. Oh my god! That was the end of things. This is the last of the. This is the 50th floor. We've basically finished the Cave of Ordeals. Amazing. Should put my back on my leg so the sound is better. The 5th Great Fairy. You cleared many ordeals. How impressive. Wow, she's really... In praise of your courage, I will give you this blessing. You filled a bottle with Great Fairy's tears! Or maybe it is a fifth empty bottle? Wow, she's, interesting. Drink this and you should be able to clear any difficulties that you might encounter ahead. If ever you need my assistance again, visit any spring. Many on the surface cry out for one with powers like yours. You must go back. And she warps you out. That's the end. She puts us in Lanayru's spring, where we can see we now have an infinite supply of fairies. What happens if we talk to Lanayru? Whoa, what the... Huh, odd. Oh, pfft. The tears you hold, they are blessed. So yeah, you can only hold one bottle of fairies' tears at a time. He won't give any to you. You just, I guess, like, talk to the spirit, and he refills them, probably. But he won't give them any to you if you already have some. So you always have an infinite supply of that stuff, but only one at a time. However, we do... Yeah, she filled one of our existing bottles, because we still only have 4. She didn't give us a new bottle of the stuff. We do, have an infinite supply of fairies. So, yeah, we have infinite healing items, so there's no need to ever buy red potion again. So we have infinite fairies in all the regions. And can get, tears whenever we want. So, we're pretty much set, but you know what? I might go back on this last minute and just dig out my strategy guide and go for all the last heart pieces, just because there aren't very many. Let's see, 2 complete hearts would be 5. There's 12 heart pieces left. And I'm going to assume that the last one doesn't require us to get all the posts, because I'm not going for all those, but I'm willing to go for all the heart pieces and maybe all the golden bugs. But I don't really know. Maybe we'll do some of that, maybe not. At some point we will, eventually, we'll get to the final dungeon. I'm the Nufferdog, and I will see you guys next time with more Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Goodbye.